Hi, I'm Alicen Schneider, and you're watching Street Level Network. I think they have to be willing to work for free for a long time. I think definitely if you're in college, try to get an internship. Try to definitely get into working with a music supervisor. Or, I know most of the music supervisors are in Los Angeles, unfortunately, so if you're not based in LA, it's kind of difficult. Or try to intern with a record label or a publisher. You can't be a music supervisor unless you know how to license. So really the place to start is a label or publishing house and try to learn about music licensing. There's so much to learn: who owns copyrights, what the territories are that need to be licensed, what the standard fee ratios are, and you can't actually music supervise a program and suggest a song unless you have all that in your head ahead of time. There's just no time to learn it. Researching, finding out who is working on the shows and sending an email out and just trying to introduce yourself that way. Because if you send it, we all average probably about 100 packages a week, so if we don't know the people, we're pretty reluctant. And also we have to be careful, especially those of us that work for companies, just because they've been burned in the past. So we have to be really careful about where we're getting it from, and we have to make sure that we know something about them, because we still have to find out, can they actually represent what they're sending, all that stuff. It depends on the series. If it's a series like Heroes, which is a hit, we do a buyout because it's all over. It's broadcast all over the world, and because we don't use too much music in it, we're actually able to retain the original show as is. Certain series that we don't know whether or not they're going to have a future, we do a limited term. So we don't do a buyout because we don't know if the show's going to stay on the air very long. But usually, you get your master fee, which is the recording, so the artist version of it. So depending on whatever deal they have with their label, if they're not recouped, they may never see it. You have the publishing fee, so whoever owns the copyright. If this is why it's good if you're a songwriter to not sign a publishing deal with someone, because at least then, if you're recording an artist, also you have a fighting chance of getting the full fee. You'll get 100%. If you're an artist, you may not see that for years. And then you also get your performance royalties from your society that you affiliate with.
Providing the cue sheets are filled in, right?
Exactly. So every time the show airs, every time the promo airs, you get a fee for that from your PRS. So I think it's better to go to them to get educated from the panel situation. So I would go to the panels and try to learn as much as you can and really pay attention to the advice you're getting, but not expect that you're going to walk away from a label deal or a publishing deal, or necessarily any amazing contact, because they're pretty overwhelming for us. But I would go to attend the panels, and basically the easiest way to get to any of us is going to be to try to reach out and email and make a connection that way, because usually when we're in a situation like Meet-Em or South by or something like that, there's so many people that even though we'll remember you that week, 2-3 weeks when we get home and we're unloading the CDs out of our backpack and business cards have fallen out and we can't keep track of what is what, you just don't remember. To try to become a manager or to try to become a music supervisor, you're still, if nobody knows who you are, it's really hard. So you just have to try to figure out a connection. Also, you need to do your research. See if you know anybody that can help make that introduction, because that's huge too. And the minute somebody calls and says, "Hey, Alicen, I vouch for this person," that's like, oh, okay, great. I trust their instincts, because we have so many people that are trying to get to us all the time. Another thing that I would recommend is if you are affiliated with a society, which you should be, obviously, you shouldn't send anything out to anybody that's not copywritten. All of them have writer divisions, and all of them have film and TV divisions now too, people that actually know all of us. And I don't think very many people think about this, but I would go to your representative at ASCAP, BMI, SOCAN, whatever, and say, hey, can you help me? Can you make a connection for me? And I get CDs all the time, per this person at ASCAP. And so I pay attention to that, because they don't send people over very often.